The month of October has been one of the best in Trackmania world record hunting. Not necessarily because there were too many records achieved, because let's be honest, the records are almost unbeatable now. But in terms of the quality, in terms of what we actually got to see, there were 4 amazing world records achieved, and we're gonna check them out today. 6 years ago, fellow Trackmania YouTuber Jav found and uploaded a video of a shortcut idea on CO2 race. He basically says that, yeah, there is a shortcut on this map, and it's close to impossible. There is a part here. You come through a turn, and you drop down onto this road and then up to the checkpoint. What Jav realized is that, as he'll show with cool arrows here in Windows Movie Maker, it's possible to jump out to the right and get to the checkpoint at the end of the track. And you keep more speed this way because you don't hit a lot of bumps. Problem with this is that the jump is very precise, and you also have landing bugs in Trackmania Nations Forever. So in Nations Forever, when you jump and land on visible edges like this, like the dirt, you are just 99% chance to get a landing bug and lose speed. Which shows you that if you go to a Trackmania version that doesn't have landing bugs, such as Trackmania 2, it's possible. And so he shows, back in 2018, that when he played this on a non-landing bug version versus the Nations Forever record from Hans, that, you know, he could actually beat the record. So he jumps out, gets a better landing, gets the gear up earlier, and then jumps low. Cinematics. Absolute cinema, low jump. More speed onto the road now. And then he's gonna blast ahead with the extra speed. This is the shortcut idea. At the time he achieved this, the normal way record was a 38.33. And he got a 38.24. But times have changed. Times have changed since 2018. The normal way record now is already a 37.97. Jan has been working on this record for so long, probably close to a year. And then recently, guys, he had this run right here. Camera's on him, the finished car. The gray car is Race Hans's 37.97 normally record. Same wallbang as Hans, but a little bit slower, and then he goes for the shortcut. Jumps out, avoids the landing bug. Good speed slide, and he's gonna be ahead after getting way more speed on the platform. Full risk. Also risks this turn. Great turnaround onto the dirt. You can't even see Race Hans in frame. He's ahead. And then right here, he just disappears. And what's happened is not that he even crashed. He didn't actually crash. He got a landing bug. Right here, his back wheel. If you see his right back wheel, lands on the blue line, and he gets a full slowdown. Look at the speedometer bottom right real quick. 270 to 190. He lost 80 speed and couldn't make the last jump on 37.9 pace. It was so sad. And like, I have hunted this map, right? You see me on the records here. I also have records on the official leaderboard. I've hunted this map a lot. I can tell you, this is one of the most painful clips I've ever seen, because godlike splits. But he wasn't deterred. This was in September. And finally now, guys, in October, Mr. Jan successfully got the first ever shortcut run on CO2 race. And this is a beautiful run. Finish car is Jan, gray car is Race Hans. It's not often that we get to see new shortcuts pulled off, but this one is going to be very hard to beat with the normal way. 37.8 normal way, I failed to see happen. He gets the jump. A little bit of a landing that twisted his car, but didn't slow him down. Good speed, passes Race Hans at about the same time. Full risk, car even almost touching the wall. And then a really good ending here. With all the pressure, he manages to get complete full grip on the transition, no bug. And he remains ahead. Like, the shortcut is one thing, but you should also get some appreciation for how close he went to a lot of these walls after the shortcut. Like, look at this turn, for example. Right here. This is after nailing a really difficult wallbang and the shortcut. And here? I mean, he had one goal in mind, and it was to full send. And then this transition, getting the left back wheel here to grip early on the green is very hard, but he keeps full ground contact. It's an insane ending. One of his best endings ever. Final time, 37.89. Beats the record by 800ths. And this might stand for a very long time. Yeah, good luck to anyone trying to beat this. The second record that was achieved, guys, is a fun one. It is a fun one. It is a record I have been hoping for quite a while. Yeah, we have a bot that just like, if someone gets a new top 10, it instantly notifies people. And there's been some activity on the map B12 from a couple of players playing together. Kubot and Joe Mama. And as soon as this started happening in September, like, we all crossed our fingers. We all put our palms together and prayed that Joe Mama here would keep hunting, because, I mean, getting to say the phrase, Yo Mama got this run, would be, like, it would be legendary. It would be historic. And it is with great pleasure that I can announce that Joe Mama did, in fact, get the world record on B12 race. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. I gotta get the song, right? Like, this was Hefest's record. Hefest had the world record on this map for 3 years, everybody. A really strong 39-32. And then, in October of 2024, it got obliterated by a new player that we hadn't heard of. It is with great pleasure that I get to show you the new record on B12 on the 10th of October, 2024. Joe Mama finally got this run. Equaling the start. Joe Mama jumps further but has less speed. Joe Mama is in the lead, but you'll see it diminish here. Hefest passing him on this platform straight, and this continues. He's so far behind. How is he gonna come back? There's one bug slide to go on this map. You clip the pool edge on the inside, land in a bug slide, and he flicks out earlier, meaning he has more speed, and Joe Mama passes Hefest on the straight and claims the record for himself. The exit here a little bit earlier. Hefest sideways for too long. So this is how Mama gets a lot of speed. Inside line, better jump, zoom. Like, people were actively celebrating. I just want to show you some screenshots. People in the Discord were actively celebrating that Joe Mama actually did get the run. Here. Over 20 flame reactions and a happy family emoji, I don't know. Joe Mama just ranked 1 on B12. Amazing. The third record achieved in October actually happened just a few days ago. On the map E04 Obstacle, there's an Australian phenom called Link, who currently holds the most records in the game, and he just got another record. He's had this one before, but it was very hard for him to reclaim it. After Dennis got this, Link spent, I think he said, around 70 hours. It is an intricate shortcut route with a lot of tricks, and he got it basically to near perfection, beating the record by 0.7. Which, in a game as old as TMNF, is huge margin. So he gets a better start by not clipping, but here is really the key part. You have to ramp cut, land in the downhill, full grip, ramp cut again, land on the start of the platform to have just enough speed to jump over the sign and land directly in the checkpoint. Just getting that is extremely hard. With the aforementioned landing bugs that can happen in TMNF and with everything that can go wrong on those precise jumps, you get an opportunity like this even while after hunting the map a lot, maybe 1 in every 10 hours. It's that rare. And now you have to wallbang, precisely land in this downhill to have speed for the next part. You can look at this from Dennis's point of view. Link with a huge lead. You jump through the set of rings, and here you're only thinking about the upcoming jump where you have to release a little bit to land at the start of the platform to be fast enough to go through the checkpoint and jump into the ring checkpoint, respawning and turning around. A very hard secondary part of the shortcut route to execute. Now you drop down, follow the intended way for a little bit, and then you're coming up to the last checkpoint here, where conveniently you can jump to a platform that connects to the finish road. And Link lands here with good speed, pushes the corners, drops off the left side directly to the finish. 128.48. World record was 129.11. But just look at this. Like, appreciate again the precision in the start part. If you don't know the maps, I think sometimes these things happen too quickly to really appreciate. So look at this. You have to precisely ramp cut so you jump through the finish block, start block with a car angle that lands in downhill, doesn't drift here. It's full grip. So you can push far enough right, then left right, then still land, not crashing anything. And then you're aiming just on feeling to go across to a checkpoint you can't even see. And this has to be perfect. And then after doing that, right, you still have the entire shortcut route to go. Like, the next driving is not easy. This jump here, he almost crashed. Trying to get a perfect downhill. Almost crashed on the left side. Drift into ramp cut here is pretty precise. Like, there's a lot of very precise parts. This is a killer run, and it probably will stand for a long time. But the record I want to show you guys today, that perhaps might stand, and I mean this, literally forever. If anyone beats this in the game's history, I'd be shocked. Like, what I can tell you is that it is probably the single biggest world record improvement on the map since 2008. The map is BO6 obstacle. In 2019, Magic Pete got this run on the track. At the time he said it, it was just another world record on the map. He just drove a world record by 100th. You go through the jumps in the start. You go for a tight left turn here around the checkpoint. And then you have a jump into a very precise sign hit there to get pushed down into this hill. And you drive to the finish. This is a 26.78. After... Whoa. After Magic Pete drove that run, this record stood unbeaten for 5 years. It became the second longest standing unbeaten record. Until last month, where Luke Fast managed to beat it by 100th of a second. Luke Fast, after 5 years, managed to topple this one. And it's a very hard record to beat, because Magic Pete's start was very good. If you look at this next checkpoint, 76 is what Magic Pete had, and Luke had like a 81 or something. But then Luke got a much better sign hit into the downhill, making it just enough to overtake towards the finish. 26.77. And then, you know, everyone thought, yeah, this map is getting pretty maxed. Like, for the last 6 years, the record has improved by like 200ths. Today, that record just got like blown out of the water. I had to double take when I looked at the notification from the same bot. And I'll show you the notification right now. It's so ridiculous. This is the notification that we got. So 26.77 was the record, right? Styx ranked #1 on BO6 with 26.70. He improved the record by 700ths. Sorry, what? It looks completely comical. Here it is from his own gameplay as he's starting the eventual run. So you get perfect no airtime up to the platform, cut inside towards the booster, land on the second set of boosters, jump a little to the left but still stable, land exactly on the back boost at the same time, so no drift. 75 checkpoint, inside turn, aim for the left of the sign, land early into the downhill, push to the finish, 0.70. It is so laughably fast. Like, compared to some of the other visually flashy things, right? Like a bug slide, it's maybe hard to appreciate how unhinged of a time that is. I really struggle at the moment to see anyone beating this. It is just so fast. Also, Styx German? I think he's German, right? Yeah. Yeah, German car Styx. 75 checkpoint is really quick. And then that ending you had was one of the best ones ever. If not the best ever. And players have been crashing this sign since 2009, 2010, so... yeah. You just see him ahead by so much and getting a better ending than Luke. I want to show you maybe one more thing to put into context. Now when you make tool-assisted runs in Trackmania, you have brute forcing tools. So You can tell the game to search millions of inputs to find one that is quicker, right? But before we had that, people just made tool-assisted runs by hand. Dwarker did one 3 years ago with no brute forcing, and the tool-assisted run ends up being a 68, only 200s faster, perfecting every part. And if you look at this, so like here you can save state, you can go in slow-mo, you can try over and over again until every part is pixel perfect, right? So with human inputs, Dwarker gets a 73 checkpoint. Tight turn. A slightly better jump into landing. And it only ends up being a 68. Sticks got a 0.70 now. No one is beating Sticks though, yeah. No, it's a crazy map. Crazy map, crazy record. And yeah, guys, that really is the world records of October. Not that many, but quality over quantity. We've gotten to see some amazing accomplishments this month in Trackmania. And it's the month of khaki now, but hopefully people get to hunting so we have more to show. If there's only one record, it's going to be a very short video for November. So please go out there, hunt some records, beat some maps. In December, I'll beat some maps myself, but let's all wave goodbye, guys. Let's go goodbye to YouTube. Thank you for watching this month's world record recap, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Guys, I really appreciate that you're helping me with this. Just stop talking about me stealing your children in the outro. It's not... I saw someone do that.